I'm here at our nation's border under National Mountain, the site of the Black Brigade terrorist attack in '86. If you don't remember, hundreds died that day when a brigade truck carrying explosive devices crashed into the mountain, triggering the peak to collapse. In 2 months, on the same day as the nation's election, in the same spot where I'm standing, the 10-year commemoration honoring the victims.
Stand in, Mitch! Give us all your darn money, Mitch!
Yeah, all your darn money.
Robbery in progress. All cars in the area respond immediately.
Unit 2 here. On my way. Over.
President Tyrak, the man who built the border wall behind me, protecting our nation, will be there. This event promises to be a solemn moment and a time to celebrate the announcement of our next president.
Total bullshit.
Of course, I'll be there live, giving you the real story as it unfolds. This has been GNN's Sonya Sanchez reporting live.
You sure this place is closed then? All the lights are on. Yeah, but just leave those on to criminals. Well, didn't work. Nope. You there? Wanna be part of something big? A break-in. Probably the best ever. Best ever? You say that before all our crimes. And every time, it's true. Let's go to them back. Come on. Time to get started. Okay, so let's just cleaning out the place. We need to be real quiet. Really? Now shut your trap. Here comes Nick. Okay. From what I can tell, the place is empty. Yeah, this should be a piece of cake. Okay, let's go. There's a cycle after Sonya, and we need to protect her. Yeah, sweet Sonya's in danger. Yeah, well, she's a national icon. You're going through the bench here. This is my lucky lockpick to get in. It's lucky because I never had to actually use it. Okay, let's do this. Come here, little lady. Finally! I thought we'd never get it! And we talked about this. You need to work on your patience. Kid, can you see us on the camera? Look around. See a layout of the office? Like we didn't already know that. Let's do this already. Oh no. Something's beeping. It's an alarm! Kid, stop the alarm! Make it stop! Stop the alarm, kid! What do we do, Stan? I don't know, but... Thanks, little lady. Why are you fencing her? You forgot to cut it! Stan, she's not an expert criminal like us. Nick, help me with the door! Hello, this is security. We're responding to an alert. Everything all right?
Wait. Responding to an alert? But I thought we turned it off. I don't know, gamers. This is kind of starting to sound like material for a theory. Yes, we're doing a MatPat biz, okay? I really want to do it. I didn't know where to put it, so we're doing it now, okay? Just give me this, okay? Roll intro! Now, the security manager wants a code from us to prove that the alarm was a simple mistake. We, as a random hitchhiking teenager, of course don't have that on us. So we ask Stan and Mitch for help. After a tense moment of panic, they find one. We tell it to the manager and she seems satisfied. But if you are a fellow theorist like me, you know that codes should not be treated lightly in any sort of media. Now, there aren't any secret websites related to the game as far as I'm aware, but a thought struck me. What if it's a YouTube URL link? You know, those weird little thingies on the top of the page? Stan and Mitch do eventually enter the secret room found inside Happy Taxi, and while they do uncover tape from the camera, allowing us to see what's inside, the 90s filter hides that lore we're searching for. We find out that the room is Jared's hideout, the psycho murderer who is after Sonya Sanchez. But what if the link led us to a vid where we were able to see the whole board? Well, that's just what I did, theorists. And it's nothing. Yeah, after distracting a security guard who was sent to check on us, Stan and Mitch find out that Jared wants to kill Sonya at the border. But no secret link. The player escapes and the game continues. Man, what a shame. I thought I was onto something here. Maybe I just missed something. Or maybe you missed something. But hey, that's just a theory. A Row 96 Recrossed by Crossed Studios theory. Thanks for watching.
You've been breaking things, haven't you? That's not very nice. I'm scaring you, aren't I? Sorry. Follow me. I want to show you something. Impressive, isn't it? It's not like one. It is one. The brigades used to live here. In fact, this is where they planned the attack in '86. That's what they called the radio tree. They used it to make their radio broadcasts. You're looking at what allowed them to recruit their members. I think we should break it. I said we should break it. I'll be there. It's a very important day. You. I don't like big crowds either. Well, they took Lola, is why. Lola was my daughter. The brigade took her away from me. She was just 16 when she joined them. Her biology teacher, Bob Winters, recruited her. She always liked Bob. I'm saving him for last. When the day came for the attack in '86, they sent her and some other members to the wall. The detonation didn't go as planned, I guess, and she was buried beneath the rocks.
She wanted to be a paleontologist, someone who studies dinosaurs. She knew everything about them there was to know. Their names, what they ate, everything. It's a tribute to my beautiful daughter, Lola. This was a mistake. It didn't help. None of it. Destroying the tree. Talking. It only made things worse. You should run. Run!
Can I help you?
You're gonna vote, right?
I'm honestly not sure.
Well, you should. You know this my Tyrax since you teens too. You know where. So that your vote can't be heard.
What's that noise I hear?
That's Zoe on her trombone. Careful with that one. She's trouble.
Look, just give me the money and I won't call the cops. A guy got stabbed here 2 days ago and they never came. The cops aren't gonna show for this. I don't have time for this. Just admit you stole from me and I didn't do it.
Yo, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. It's not fine. She broke into my office and stole from me. Ugh.
You have proof?
Who are you? Her attorney? No, I don't have proof. She turned off my security camera. She's a criminal mastermind.
Criminal mastermind?
You teens, I don't need the hassle. I'm out of here. You didn't have to do that, you know. I was handling it.
I know you were.
Well, thanks, I guess. Anyway, welcome to the Night Skies campground. If you like crappy trailers, this place is the best.
Why are you up there?
To look at the stars? I know. It's cheesy.
So how do I run a trailer?
Go upstairs to your right, but the manager won't be happy to see you.
Right. So how do I sleep for free then?
There's some cardboard around here, near Dancing Carl.
Dancing Carl?
He's like this guy that's weirdly competitive about dancing. You'll know when you meet him.
Ah, okay. That's normal.
Anything else you want to know?
Are you traveling?
Yeah, I'm traveling.
So how do you get around?
It varies by where I'm at. Sometimes I even use my roller skates in certain areas.
Wouldn't that just be more exerting?
Yeah, but it's fun. Plus you get around faster. I just do whatever works for me at the moment.
How about money tips?
You could get a job.
Very funny.
But really, I can't offer any conventional method of getting money.
So, see ya?
Yeah, see you around, I guess. Hey, don't become roadkill out there, okay?
You're listening to 191.9, the voice of the brigades. This is your Papa Baby here. With the upcoming fraud of an election, more and more countries are calling for the resignation of Tyrant. But will he step down from his position? Of course not. Which is why, my dear listeners, we must resist this man and his government as much as we can. And now, here's a fresh new tune from a fresh new man. And remember, Papa Baby loves you.
You left the radio outside, Denny. Turn it off before you get us arrested. Denny, what did I say about the radio?
It's not me, I swear.
Feel free to join if you can hang.
Can I dance with you?
No one can really dance with me. I'm on another level. But knock yourself out. See what I mean by not being able to dance with me?
Where can I sleep for free?
There's some cardboard beside that guy, but he's a snorer.
Kept inside so long, I've lost sight of right and wrong. When you left an open door, I couldn't help but explore. So I took off with no plan, thinking I could find a friend. Saying hi, shaking hands. I hope this moment never ends. It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up now. Streets attached, no looking back from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know the road is my home. What it feels like to be free, chasing butterflies and floating on the breeze. I got no doors, I need no keys, another world to be seen. It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up now. Streams attached, no looking back.
And now, listeners, a sneak peek of today's Sonya show.
We have been focusing on the election excessively, so we thought we'd give you a break from politics this Sonya show. This time, we'll be interviewing the newest members of the Little Tyrax, who will be talking about their new upcoming single, Heir to Tyrak.
Tune in later to hear more.
Stop! For the love of God, I'm famous!
Girl, I nearly ran you over. What the hell?
Listen, darling, I had a little limo crash.
A little?
Ignore the potential fire. Can you drive me to a payphone?
Sure. If you pay me.
Oh, fuck you. Fine. Adam! The teen's taking me to a payphone. You think about what you've done.
Oh my fucking god, he's fucking dead.
He's not dead. He's just in a temporary state of shock.
What did he do?
Let me drive the limo when I asked. Big mistake. Bad, Adam! Bad! Now come on, ain't God all day. I'm goddamn Sonya Sanchez.
Wait, you can't trick me. How the fuck is it Adam's fault?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
How the fuck did you do that?
Oh, God forbid women do anything. Anyway, what's up with your car? Like, damn, bitch, you live like this?
I mean, you are coming from a limo.
The trunk of a serial killer's car looks more inviting than this.
Anyway, want to sit up front?
No. For the love of God, I don't want to. Anyway, I'm about ready to hurl, by the way. You have a burger back here. I'm putting it next to you. Try not to eat my fingers, okay?
Oh shit, burger time.
Ignoring the fact that what you did disgusts me personally, what you did is unsafe and I worry for your health. Not only was this burger sitting in an unhygienic location, which means you could have foreign objects inside, you don't know how long it's been sitting there for. You can contract pathogens and foodborne illnesses from the burger because of how long it's been outside. Namely, you could get salmonella or E. coli. You could suffer from diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, or even worse symptoms, or death. You can avoid food pathogens by immediately storing your food in the fridge and taking care of how you prep the food. You also need to keep track of how long you keep your food in the fridge for, and throw away anything that looks or smells bad. Listen, dumbass, I once had a scrape eye like you. Just take my word for it.
Feel free to join if you can hang.
Anyway, ask me a question, hun. I know you're burning too.
Okay, what's your least preferred method of getting around?
Getting picked up by some dirty teen?
Okay, I walked into that one.
Yeah, it did. Anyway, the bus actually. I haven't taken it in years, but you could never make me go back. Anyway, on to more important matters. How much do you love my show, Snookums?
Your show's kind of mid, to be honest.
Wait, hold the phone. You're not one of them, are you?
You mean a brigade?
What else you think I'm at, dingus?
Sonya's Pro Florence?
Oh, yeah, that too. You one of those types?
I feel like whatever answer I give you, you're just gonna spin it bad and still be annoyed with me.
Probably, yeah. I'm ending this conversation, sweetie. Turn on the damn radio so we can have a dance party.
Why are you high, bro? I'm driving here.
I don't care. You're gonna dance when I tell you to dance. Search around your radio for some bangers, honey buns. Nope. You kidding me? Jesus, kid. That's it. Now dance.
My hands are on the wheels and I can't move my legs.
I said dance.
Alright, whatever.
Put on another song.
Bro, we're in the middle of one song already. Wait till it's over at least. Damn.
Put on another song.
Ugh.
Now that's more like it. Let's crank this shit up. Oh shit!
Oh my god, Miss Sanchez, she's fucking dead.
No, the hell I'm not. Dance party.
Girl, you need a hospital.
As long as I keep dancing, it doesn't hurt. Dance party! Okay, never mind, it does hurt. But it's fine, it's totally fine. Wow, I'm exhausted. Thanks though, sweetie. I needed that a lot. Also, you stole this car, didn't you?
I plead both ignorance and silence.
Oh, come on, sugar. I'm having the time of my life. And I get it. Oh, hey, look at that. Kind of reminds me of...
Of what?
Oh. Nothing, it's just... I haven't been so kind to the ones I love lately.
Why haven't you been nice?
Oh, I guess they just remind me of what I once was. Just a little girl. Scared little girl. With nothing.
But you at least had them, didn't you?
I did. Still do, I guess. But sometimes you just drift away from each other.
It must be hard being famous.
It is sometimes, but I'm not sure that's an excuse. But thanks for saying that. It's sweet.
There's a phone booth, by the way.
Oh, thank God. Something's fermenting in here.
It was probably the cheeseburger, not gonna lie.
Also, you're about to run out of gas.
Zooey mama.
What the hell does that mean?
Don't mind me. Anyways, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, sweetie. And thanks for the ride. I don't know where you're heading, sweet pea. But good luck getting there.
Wham bam, yes ma'am.
Ah, shit, hey, can you see if there's a 1 or something in that stack?
Oh, yeah, hold up.
Thanks, Nookums.
okay? Well, when are you coming back home? What do you mean you don't know? Love you.
I think Flores has a shot. But Tyrek and his people will do everything they can to intimidate voters.
I've been kept inside so long. I've lost sight of right and wrong. When you left an open door, I couldn't help but explore. So I took off with no plan, thinking I could find a friend, saying hi and shaking hands. I hope this moment never ends. It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up, no strings attached, no looking back, from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know the road is my home. That's what it feels like to be free, chasing butterflies and floating on the breeze. I got no doors, I need no keys, another world to be seen. It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up, no strings attached, no looking back, from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know the road is my home. Feels so good, feels so good. I know the road is my home.
No Concession, a Road 96 audiobook. Story by Digixart, Hilaire Picot, and Sarah Cheppy. Despite the argument ensuing between the couple driving the minivan, Zoe felt like she owed Max a great deal of thanks for the brief hitchhiking advice he'd given her back in early May. Given all the hostility, it's normal that the police will get violent. Annie, the woman driving the minivan, commented to her husband Jeff, who looked at her with a bewildered expression. So you're saying the police are justified in using violence against peaceful protesters? The redhead was more than happy to not get involved and decided to turn her attention to the girl sat beside her. They picked her up about 30 miles back and, like Zoe, she'd been quite focused on listening to the couple's discussion turned argument. Hey, Zoe greeted the fellow runaway, obscuring her mouth with her hand as she spoke. Do you think they're always like this? The girl looked at the two adults at the front before a mischievous grin broke out on her face. Maybe it's their foreplay. Gross, Zoe snorted. Don't make me think of them like that. I'm not making you think anything, the girl responded, equally amused. Zoe rolled her eyes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Zoe. We never did introduce ourselves earlier. The girl nodded in agreement. No, we didn't, did we? I'm Hannah. Cool. So I take it you're fleeing too, Zoe said, propping her leg up on the seat while sporting a relaxed expression. Hannah flinched at how blunt the other was in saying it, though to be fair, the tie wrap poster in the back wasn't helping. Are they? She lightly jerked her head to motion to the couple, and Zoe shook her head. Nah, they're actually pretty with it, for adults. I'm going to hold you to that, Hannah responded before a weary smile made its way to her face. But yes, I am. She pressed her lips into a thin line before she saw something laid on the seat behind Zoe's. Huh? Is that a Connect 4 game back there? Hannah asked, and the redhead perked up, looking behind her and picking it up. Hey, it is. Come on, let's play a few rounds. I'll even put some music on. The argument at the front had begun to die down. The teens heard the couple talk about looting, broken systems, and not being able to have that specific discussion, but they paid very little mind to it as they welcomed the change of pace and dropped counters into the Connect 4 grid. Jesus, Zoe, did you make a deal with the devil or something? That's 3 games won already. Hannah looked at the 4 yellow counters in awe, and Zoe smirked. Hey, don't give away my secret. Hannah rather flippantly waved her hand. Don't worry, the secret's safe with me. Zoe grinned. Nice. Hey, you know what? Here, have this as a memento. I've got a bunch of tapes anyway. The redhead plucked the cassette from her Walkman and handed it over to Hannah. The girl looked over it for a few moments, finding herself intrigued with the bulldog illustration plastered on the front, before she shoved it inside her pocket holding the stray coins she found when she first entered the minivan. It's wild, isn't it? Zoe broke the silence. Huh? Hannah turned to her. Being out on the roads, seeing so much of Petria. I know the context of it all is terrible, but this is the first time I've truly felt alive. Zoe admitted with a sad smile on her face. Sorry to drop the mood. Hannah shook her head. No, it's okay. I take it your family isn't pleased about your decision either. Zoe laughed before she responded. Guilty as charged. My dad wants people to believe I'm on a soul-searching road trip, but he's probably out there somewhere, trying to find me. Hannah scrunched her face. Yikes. Zoe shrugged. Well, that's my dad. Always reminding me how lucky I was to live in a nice house and go to a prep school. I mean, he's not wrong. That is lucky, Hannah responded, but Zoe shook her head. Believe me, not in this case. She didn't say anything more, a small frown remaining on her face. Hey kids, Jeff's voice broke the awkward silence and the 2 teens looked up at him. Yeah? What's up? Zoe asked with a sceptical tone. I was wondering, would you say you're political? Zoe raised an eyebrow. Not really, she shrugged, choosing not to elaborate. And what about you? Jeff asked Hannah. Kinda. Politics determine a lot around here, you know? That's right. Like leaving Petria because of political problems. But, if you were to stay, how would you go about bringing change? Hannah shrugged. I suppose I'd try to vote. I guess that could work, if the system wasn't so broken, Annie commented to herself, tightening her grip on the steering wheel. And though she was silent, Zoe could see how the tone of the conversation was already taking a toll on everyone in the minivan. But Annie was wrong. The system wasn't broken. It was working exactly as designed, and that was the problem. It needed to change. The file in her bag? She was going to get it across the border, with herself and Kaito. They'd take it to as many foreign news outlets as they could. Come hell or high water, the truth will come out. She just needed to find him. A shrill noise broke the silence. What the hell? Zoe looked behind her, seeing the flashing red and blue lights of a police car. Oh no. Road control. Annie's voice hitched in surprise. Did you go over the speed limit? Jeff asked. No, Annie exclaimed. I mean, I don't think so. The patrol car drove beside the minivan, and Annie swerved to park it on the roadside while the police car parked closely next to it. Jeff turned to face the teens in the back. You two stay calm. And let us do the talking, Annie added, keeping her face neutral before she rolled her window down for the cop stood only a few inches away from her. Is everything okay, officer? She asked the man with fake curiosity. Road control, ma'am. I'll need to see your license and registration, he explained. Happy to help however we can, sir. Annie tried to smile as she spoke. Zoe gagged at the comment. Sir? He's nothing but a road control zombie. Zoe, Hannah hissed. Don't say that. He's right there. The officer didn't seem to hear the teens talking in the back and kept his attention set on Annie. Those your kids? Annie shook her head. No, sir. We were just giving them a ride. The man raised his eyebrow and silently made his way to Hannah's window, beckoning her to roll it down. Is everything okay? Hannah asked, and the cop caught on to her voice wavering. You all right, missy? You seem a little nerved. He paused as he looked at the teen. Say, you look like one of the teens on the missing posters. No, not me, officer. In fact, I have my papers if you need to see them. Hannah slowly crouched down to reach into her bag. Hopefully this guy was one of her dad's colleagues. The tension in the minivan could have been cut with a knife, but Zoe was too busy trying to discreetly read the placard in the officer's car. Al Williamson? She blinked a couple times. His name wasn't important, just his precinct. Let's see. Badge 12. Precinct 22. Yes! She couldn't believe it. The very precinct Alex had told her Kaito had been sent to. An idea crossed her mind. It was risky, but this was probably going to be her only chance. What if we made a donation to road control? Hannah paused her search. Zoe paused her planning. Bribing the officer? Really? Although... Well, for a donation, Al mused. You can't be serious. Are you really going to pay this jackass? The look of shock on everyone's faces indicated as much. None of them expected her to say that, and that was going to help Zoe with her plan. It's people like this guy that are ruining this country. Useless pigs, Zoe sneered. At her side, she heard Hannah choking on her words. Oh my God. Zoe, be quiet, Jeff snapped at her, but she shook her head. No, I'm right and I should say it. This guy's nothing but a piece of... Are you for real? Hannah glared at the redhead. Al, however, was fuming. You what? That's it. You're coming with me, he barked at the redhead, which had Annie and Jeff frozen in their seats, wondering what they should do. What are you doing? Hannah's tone was a mix of disbelief and anger. Zoe took some breaths to calm her heart rate and smirked at the girl despite her nerves kicking in. I need to do this. I'm really sorry. Just keep going, she quickly whispered before the door was slammed open and Al grabbed her wrist tightly, literally throwing her out of the minivan to the floor. Zoe's backpack and trombone soon followed, and before long, the redhead was being handcuffed and dragged to the patrol car. Don't you dare do anything, Annie warned Hannah, and the girl didn't need to be told twice. She watched with bated breath as the officer spoke into his walkie and then turned to face the minivan. Get out of here, he barked, before getting into his patrol car and flooring it in the opposite direction. Annie didn't waste any time and turned the key into the ignition, speeding away almost instantly. Hannah looked at the space where Zoe and her stuff had once been. What the hell was that about? You did the right thing, Annie informed the teen. She's right. He'd have sent you know where, Jeff added. The teen took one final glance at the abandoned Connect 4 game before she rested her head against the back of her seat and closed her eyes. The patrol car sped down the road, and Zoe watched as the landscape quickly passed her by, ignoring Al as he ranted. Hold on, Kay. I'll be there soon.
Sonya Sanchez here. Welcome to the Sonya Show. In today's top story, we're reporting on the two robbers, both dressed like they were into S&M role-playing, committed a robbery that happened at the public rank. They managed to escape yet again. Many have asked me if the two robbers were with the brigades. I'm not sure. I haven't found the link. Still, if you see them, stay as far away from them as you can. Let's move on, shall we? This past weekend, I had the opportunity to attend a rally for Tyrak, which was open to all his supporters. What an amazing and wholesome event it was, with non-alcoholic refreshments and entertainment for the whole family. Thank you, Mr. President, for such a wonderful event. Our nation is blessed to have you at the helm, and here's to hoping for at least 10 more years with you. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring in our fine country. Don't support the violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, the Sonya Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's missing teen report. The source saw another teen at a gas station. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonya hotline. We count on your support. And that has been the Sonya Show.
Hello? Oh, hi, Richard. Yeah, no, that's nice, but we don't need you to come over. No. I insist. Don't come over, okay? We're fine. It's him, isn't it? Give me that phone! Keep going! Keep going!
You're not the talkative type, are you, young blood? Yeah, and it makes me sweat. When we get stopped, let me do the talking.
Papa Bear, got your ears on? Over.
Hi, beautiful. How's my CB crush doing today?
Beautiful? Well, if you say so. I'm all right. But my boss is writing me about this illegal transmitter.
Yes, she is, young blood. Never thought I'd love a cop before.
Honestly, I'm starting to think a ghost is moving in.
On a blistering summer's day, a runaway teen came across a gas station. The Fossoil sign was missing a letter, and the whole place looked to be in a state of disrepair. As the runaway got closer, they noticed a police van, and handcuffed to the van was a girl who looked at them with a desperate expression. "Hey, can you help me?" she asked. "What happened?" the runaway asked as they crouched behind the van. "It's a long story, but the cops transferred me out of... you know where." "Wait, what?" the runaway exclaimed in shock. "Never mind that. Please, I need your help to get out of here." "What should I do?" the runaway asked. The cops have the keys to these handcuffs, but you'll need to distract them first, the girl responded. The runaway nodded before they stood up and quickly walked away from the van. The runaway headed to behind the gas station, where they saw a yellow box connected to a looming radio tower. The box was open, exposing numerous different colored wires inside. An idea crossed their mind. Here's hoping this works, the runaway mused before they grabbed the wires and tore them with all their strength they could muster. Sparks shot out the wires and traveled up the tower until a bang echoed, followed by smoke. What the hell? An officer commented. Hello, does anyone copy? A second officer called into his radio, only to be met with silence. Something's not right. Let's look around, he added. The runaway heard footsteps approaching and quickly sprinted around the back of the gas station. On a table, they saw a set of keys and grabbed them before heading to the van. Yes, you did it. Come on, we gotta get out of here now, the girl cheered. The runaway tried to ignore their shaking hands as they turned the key into the lock and heard a clicking noise. Except that noise hadn't come from the handcuffs. Oh no, the girl quietly said. The two police officers stood with their guns drawn and very angry expressions. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen, the girl apologized. The runaway was silent, and the girl could tell they were angry. You should get some rest, she suggested. Before the runaway could respond, a yawn interrupted them, and they decided they'd give the girl a piece of their mind later. A series of loud noises woke up the runaway, and they tried to see what was happening. The girl was looking around frantically before she ducked her head when the van began to shake. What's going on? The runaway cried out. The noises and shaking stopped after some time, and voices could be heard talking outside. After a few moments, the door to the van was opened, and a man looked inside. Zoe's in here. Got another kid in here, too. Zoe frowned. How do you know my name? Did my father send you here? She asked. And the man laughed. Ha! He definitely did not, the man commented, pointing to the embroidered B on his jumpsuit. Wait, you guys are brigades? You should get out of here, kid. And you, the man directed his attention to Zoe. You should come with us. We'll explain everything soon. The redhead turned to the runaway. You risked your life for me, and I can't thank you enough for that. It's fine, I guess. The runaway wasn't sure what they wanted to say. All they wanted to do was get out of there. Come on, let's go, the brigade called out. Zoe wasted no time in grabbing her backpack. Before she ran off, she turned to face the runaway. I hope you reach your destination. And after that, the redhead was gone. The runaway quickly grabbed their own backpack, running away from the scene. Not once turning back.
And as a reminder, never stop to pick up hitchhikers, young or old. They could be dangerous. And that's today's Sonya show. Thanks for tuning in.
turn on the heat. Yeah, so... where can I drop you?
All my cigarettes are wet.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Why were you out in the rain?
Two guys are after me. They'd been following me up and down these roads. Up and down. I'm starting to think they'll never quit.
Why are they doing that?
They want to put a stop to me. I can't let that happen. That's why I'm out here in the rain and not in my cab. They're close. They're too close.
Are you in danger?
I think they're fans of hers. Twisted. Hey, something's wrong with your doors.
What do you mean? Please stop.
Stop what? I wasn't doing anything.
You're gonna have to get out.
I'm not going to do that. Do you know why?
No. Why?
That's why.
Just take it easy.
You picked the wrong guy to pick up. You know that. Now drive. I've had a really bad day and could use some cheering up. So that's what you're gonna do. Cheer me up.
What the fuck?
I just want to have a little chat. So go on. Chat.
Okay. What's the best way to get around, in your opinion?
Try. You're already starting to bore me. Guess it's my turn to ask the questions. I'll tell you something else. I've been thinking about killing you. So better give me the right answers. Tell me, do you listen to the news often?
Sometimes.
You shouldn't. The news is nothing but lies. Misinformation. Tell me something else, and this is important. What do you think about Sonya Sanchez?
No,
she's a liar.
Okay. Please calm down.
Don't tell me what to do! Bad things happen because of her.
I'm on your side, okay?
On my side? Don't lie to me, kid. You see this? You lie, you die.
Okay, I'm sorry for whatever Sonya did.
I don't want your sympathy.
What do you want then?
All I want is revenge.
You want revenge against Sonya?
Who else? Have you been listening to a word I've said?
Sure you should do that?
Are you questioning me?
I mean...
Because of Sonya, my sweet daughter is dead. She'll pay for that. She'll pay dearly.
I'm sorry. Well... Look, I don't think that...
You don't think what?
that this is good for you. You have every right to be upset, but look at what you're doing. I think you're just...
Say it.
You're just...
What am I?
You're just a sad, angry man.
No, I'm a sad, angry man with a gun. See the difference? Stop the car! I've made up my mind. Say, I want to die. Go on. I want to say it. Die. Say it. Say it and all this will be over.
Dinosaur.
What did you say to me? I'm going to let you live, but you're going to give me your car.
Not mine anyway.
I can drop you off somewhere if you'd like. It is raining.
You sure you're not gonna kill me, right?
I'm sure, but don't ask me again.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so, thanks to the department camera being a bust, we're gonna have to make do with this. I think I got it set up right. Lights are on. Alright, Fanny, the tape's recording, so we'll get started with this interview. You know how these things work, correct?
I do.
Good. Okay then. This is case number 2212619996. Present in this interview are myself, Chief Emerson Martison, Badge 2 of Precinct 22, and Officer Fanny Campbell, Badge 12 of Precinct 22. The time is 11:23 p.m. and the date is July 18th, 1996. Okay, so, Fanny, this is just a standard interview for our records, just to confirm your written report is correct and all. So, starting from the beginning, recount in detail the events that occurred on July 14th, this past Sunday.
Okay. From the hours of 10 p.m. on July 14th until around half 8 in the morning on July 15th, I was at the Rainy Days Motel, located on Road 74. The purpose of my stay there was to conduct my investigation, finding out who's transporting the illegal brigade radio transmitter. A few weeks ago, I received intel that led me to believe that the person moving the transmitter frequented that specific motel and was there present on Sunday, July 7th, the week prior to Mountain Day. So, with your approval, Chief Marston, I decided to initiate my investigation at the scene itself.
Right. Okay. So, walk me through your process to that point. You said in your report that you recruit the help of an informant.
Yeah, so originally, I did go around the motel room myself to gather any information or leads, but little to none of the people there were willing to talk.
And you were in uniform at the time.
Yes, as the result of the lack of cooperation from the guest residents, I had reason to believe that some of them were brigades of some capacity. My main suspects are listed in my report.
I can see that. Front desk clerk and one of the upper floor guests in particular.
Yeah.
Right. And if you can just confirm for this interview what you have been shown.
For the purposes of this tape, I'm currently looking at 2 police sketch illustrations of the suspects I highlighted in my report. Image 1 is of the clerk at the Rainy Days Motel. Image 2 is of one of the guests at the motel.
Alright. And now that's account for. Tell me about the informant investigation.
Well, I provided my informant with the suspect checklist that had been composed over the past few months.
This one here?
That's the one. My informant was given that to cross-reference against any testimonies provided to them.
So you were confident that this informant would be more successful in gathering information than yourself?
Well, yeah, the guests were more willing to talk to a random stranger than a cop.
Continue.
They went around the motel and I remained in my room to discreetly observe what happened in the vicinity. There had been no point of recruiting an informant if my presence ended up compromising their operation. Anyway, the informant started on the ground floor and worked their way upstairs. I don't know what exactly was said, but they did seem to be making notes as they went along.
And when did you first see these notes?
When the informant returned. Their notes had been submitted in evidence.
Let's see. And it's maintained a chain of custody. Nobody in between yourself to our staff has gotten a hold of this in any way?
No. Is there something you want to tell me?
No. Just take precautions. Making sure there's no loose ends and all. Okay, you can continue.
Well, that's all I really account for in a level of detail. Although I do think we need to further investigate the clerk.
And why's that?
Just before my informant returned, I saw the clerk stood outside my room, as if she was waiting for someone. But just before I opened the door to see what was going on, my informant came in. I don't know if she tried to intimidate them or what was said, but it just didn't sit right with me.
This clerk, yeah?
Yeah, her.
For the records, Officer Fanny Campbell has positively identified the image of the clerk of the Rainy Days Motel as a person of interest. Do you think the results of the investigation could have been compromised by this clerk in any way?
I think the clerk tried to do something.
But could the investigation have gotten compromised in any way? Could this clerk have indeed persuaded your informant to produce fake results?
There's a chance, but it's circumstantial. So without any follow-up on what the clerk did in that moment, I can't say for sure.
Okay, and just to finish this interview, did anything happen after all this? Your written report states that loud noises were heard for approximately 4 minutes.
Those noises were confirmed just to be a truck drive past the motel by an eyewitness. Apparently the truck stalled or something on the road due to the weather.
And you said that it rained throughout your stay at the motel, is that correct?
Yes, and even when I was leaving to return to the precinct, it rained the whole time.
Fair enough. Now, this is just something for my own curiosity, but this informant of yours, what was the purpose of their journey?
My informant?
That's right. Why were they out at the motel? Did they give any reason?
They said they were going on a road trip. Something about hoping to catch up with a friend who moved away sometime prior.
Okay. So, road trip. That's like your son, right? I've heard he's on a road trip too.
Yeah, he is. He's on a journey to find out about his first family.
Did you talk more with your informant? They say anything else?
No. We didn't speak more after that. There was no need to. So they went wherever they went, and I remained at the motel.
Alright, that's just about seems to be everything. The interview ended at 11:31 p.m. on July 18th, 1996.
Why can't I just, climb the cliff or something? Stay on the road? Alright, whatever. I'll just go in the forest and hope nothing kills me. Yeah, no, why can't I just hop at the fence? No cops there. Whatever. Shit. Maybe killed. No, wait. It's just those two robbers. Ambulance or something. I don't know.
Mitch, I have the urge to punch a teen in the face for desecrating our name.
Stop changing the subject, Stan. We really need to find different clothes to wear so we can wash these.
Stop talking crazy, Mitch! Besides, I'm pretty sure these would have to be dry cleaned or hand washed.
Stan, those are two equally different washing techniques.
Alright, shut up! The Sonya show is on.
You know, you think Sonya will wear different outfits every day?
She can do whatever she wants. She's Sonya.
Oh, thank God. They're just dumb. I'm gonna do a sick backflip. Ah, shit.
What the heck, Stan? Is that the killer after Sonya?
It's just some hitchhiking teen. Get him in the chair. Oh, okay. See, they aren't dead.
Well, you're right, Stan. Guess I owe you 5 big ones. Hey, kid, do you have any $5 on you?
No. Oh, I think I sprained my ankle.
So no $5?
What the hell is this place?
This is Stan and I's hideout.
This place should be featured on a TV station like one of those dumb house renovation shows.
Big talk coming from the kid that probably doesn't even own a house.
What do you mean, probably? Of course I don't.
I don't know. Maybe you were smart enough to invest in a stock or something instead of being 8? Teens are changing nowadays. Anyway, we're getting off track. Give us all your money, now.
Yeah, all your money. Please, kid.
Yeah, please or whatever.
Alright. Only because he said please.
Why are you holding out your hand?
I'm giving you the money that I have. It's a special kind of currency called broke.
Oh, real funny, kid.
Yeah, you even said please and everything.
No, you guys are robbing me, so if anything, you must be broke as I am.
Mitch, I'm not the one with the beast, but I'm gonna kill this kid.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got $1. Yeah, it's wrinkled. Wrinkled and torn. It's really more 50 cents now.
I mean, that's net profit, Mitch.
You are broke as a joke, though.
Yeah, whatever, you pieces of crap.
Alright, Mitch, this kid's acting cranky. Put him to sleep.
You got it, Stan.
I thought you guys were actually gonna kill me, or knock me out. You guys really are all talk, aren't you?
Stan is.
Shut up! No, I'm not!
Nuh-uh!
Nuh-uh!
Okay, you know what? Neither of you are all talk.
You're damn straight we're not. Anyway, Squirt, you look malnourished and your eye bags have eye bags. We're not that dickish.
You should try stealing some food when you can.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. What are you guys doing anyway?
This ain't any of your business, since this is grown-up work.
I'm nosy.
You know what? I can respect that. Alright, we're trying to figure out some important information about Sonya Sanchez's would-be killer.
You guys want some help with that?
We're smart folk. We can figure it out ourselves.
I helped her film with the Minister of Oil.
Oh, real shit? How'd you think of her in person?
Meeting her in person is definitely something else.
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
Is it?
It is.
It isn't.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, I can try to help out.
Alright, kid. You can help out. And in return, you get your $1 back.
Yeah, where would I be without the $1? So what's the scoop?
We're trying to find out when the killers will attack. We've got his letters and things right here.
You managed to get this all from him? How haven't you confronted him already?
We just trail behind him wherever he goes and steal whatever he leaves behind.
Wow, you'd think you've caught him by now.
Kid, I'm gonna sock you.
Alright, bet.
Anyway, just help us look over the evidence. I'm sure there's a date in here somewhere.
Seriously, you got an audio recording of this guy. It's insane you haven't caught him sooner.
It's insane you haven't gone to the border yet.
You know, it's wild you say that. I would be doing that right now if I wasn't helping grown men
I'm gonna
solve a
drop
Who
kick
Wants
this
to Be
kid
a
like a
Murderer
soccer ball,
debacle. Okay, I think I may have the date.
Well, tell us, kid. That's the most immature thing you can do, kid. It's not even remotely funny.
Honestly, we shouldn't even be surprised given your age. I just thought you'd take this seriously, little buddy.
No, I'm gonna take it seriously. Watch this. Okay, no, for real. Here's the actual date.
Oh shit, that makes so much sense now.
I'm starting to think we could have figured that out, Stan, since Sonya's talked about that date before on her show.
Shut up, Mitch. The point is, we're given a date to work with. This guy better bring flowers so we can put him in a grave.
That's dark.
Actually, we haven't decided if killing is on the table or not.
But we can't leave out our options. Anyway, here's your $1 back, kid. Gotta honor one's promises. Stan and Mitch rules.
Huzzah! I finally have $1 to my name, and there was much rejoicing. You know, I do want to say, with all this evidence, you could just go to the police. Anyway, good luck to both of you.
Thanks, little buddy.
How do I leave, by the way?
Go up that ladder. Go on, get out of here.
Okay, I'm going.
You're better off without us. Just go. Get out of here.
Why are you acting like that you're in a horse movie?
Go on, get out of here. Scram.
I'm really baffled by this experience.
Oh, actually, kid, you got anything to ask before you go?
Yeah. Do you guys seriously not wear different clothing?
I mean, we change what we wear underneath. Shouldn't that be enough?
Ew. I seriously worry about your hygiene and discomfort. You guys should consider switching outfits now and then.
See, Stan, the kid gets it.
Alright, get out of here, kid. And Mitch, I'm this close to kicking you out of here, too.
Alright, whatever.
Stan and Mitch!
You know what? I don't even want to ask.
At some point, I looked down and there was my son, silent, covered in dust, looking up at me. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I picked him up and brought him home with me. I just had to make sure he was going to be safe. I had to. I looked in the papers for months after, searched the missing children reports every day. There was nothing. It's not unusual for brigades to cut ties with family. I do. What other explanation is there? I guess I deserve all this. I kept the truth from my baby. I thought it would hurt him. It did. But part of me didn't tell him because I was jealous that I wasn't his real mother. I hope so.
Central to Unit 2, do you copy? Over.
I should get that. Look, kid. I don't know what you're up to out here. Just promise me something. Turn around and go home, okay? Your parents miss you.
Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. What a relief.
Wow. Yeah, this is kind of weird for me. I haven't actually written a diary in years, but things change, I guess. And the truth is, I think I might be in over my head. I want to talk about it, but I don't want to have that conversation either, so writing a diary seems like the obvious choice. So I guess whoever you are, if you're reading this, I hope you won't judge me too harshly. Now I'm supposed to start these sorts of things from where they begin, right? So for me, the beginning of all of this is the south of Petria, my home where I'd lived all my life until I, left. But when I say I've had one hell of a journey, oh man, the things that are out here. There's oil pumps and abandoned diners, and the people. There was a truck driver at first. I'm going to call him the passenger. The passenger was carrying something secret in his rig. Had him really spooked. But he was really nice to me all the same. He gave me some money for driving him to a phone box. And he was built like a bear too. A really huge teddy bear. After that, there was this kid. He had a bomb prototype. You don't need to be a genius to know who you must be working for. But he was really chill too. I got to use a nail gun and he gave some Tyrak fanatics a well-deserved shock. Casual afternoon in Petria. I do hope he gets out of whatever mess he's in though. But after all of that, there was a taxi driver. The most frightening person I've met on my travels. He thought I was a brigade, tried to set me on fire in an old trailer, going on and on about justice for someone called Lola. I only got away because he wanted me to make sure the others knew he was coming for them. Honestly, he's the only thing I've faced on my journey that has scared me more than the prospect of getting arrested. But I guess all of that brought me here, to Road 96, to meeting a fellow crosser called Zoe. She's kind of blunt, but she's also the first person in the same boat as me that I've met in a very long time. She told me she's been out on the road since early May. I feel bad to admit it, but at first I thought she was lying. I just couldn't imagine anyone purposely remaining in Petria for so long when they're trying to escape. But then we got talking. She didn't tell me a whole lot at that time. Then again, I wasn't exactly sharing his caring either. But she did say that she'd had an intense journey, and that I can believe. Looking back, I feel like maybe I should have apologised to her for whatever it was that brought her on this journey of hers. So I'll say it now. Now that I know what happened, I'm really sorry, Zoe. Waterfall. Let me talk about it for a moment. It's a bit of an awkward hike to navigate, but it's so easy to see once you start moving. And when you get to the lake, the whole scene is just extraordinary. Zoe's right. Despite everything that's wrong with this country, there really is still some beauty in Petria. Of course, beautiful things are rare here, but the unbelievable? Zoe showed me something terrible. A file addressed to the Minister of Oil, her father by the way, and signed by the President of Petria himself. They caused the peak collapse in 86, not the brigades. And as if that wasn't crazy enough on its own, Zoe told me it was her and her best friend who snatched the file. They had a plan. Grab the file, leave White Sands, and start new lives for themselves across the border. They broke into the presidential palace in early May and fled just before that huge sandstorm. But her friend had a different idea, and there was a fight. She didn't want to talk about what happened after that, and I can't say I blame her, but I do appreciate her trusting me with what she did tell me. She doesn't know where he is, but she's hopeful her friend is still alive. And so while I don't know who you are, Zoe's friend, for her sake, I hope you're alive too. But knowing how this country is, I don't think that's going to be the case. But that's not for me to say, is it? So there was that. And after all of that, Zoe was gone by the morning, on her mission to get the news across the border. I think she felt like she had to do it alone, like it was some sort of retribution for what Tyrak and her father did all those years ago. Now that was meant to be that, I guess. She'd gone on her way and I'd go on mine. But life had other plans because guess whose Walkman I found on my way to the border? Talk about a small world, eh? Especially considering she needed it for some signal the brigades were sending to her. Now if you're reading this, you've already reached the campsite, right? the one a few minutes walk from the north signpost. What do you think about the view? Pretty grim, isn't it? That monstrosity of a wall. But what about Mount National? Is it weird to look at it, knowing what really happened? And have you felt it yet? The electricity in the air. It's hard to properly explain, but it's nothing like the adrenaline or paranoia you get with being on the run for so long. It's different. Okay, enough about that. The brigades did give Zoe the signal in the end. Roosters singing 3 times. I know, it's cryptic. It just meant a truck was going to hit the border wall at 3 AM as a distraction. So, in the event this makes it to the news, that's what it was. Just a bid to flee the country. I told Zoe I'd help with crossing the border, but now I'm not so sure it was a good idea. At the time, I thought strength in numbers would play to my advantage for crossing, but now it just feels like whatever we do, it will be the blind leading the blind. And personally, I don't care if the brigades didn't cause the peak collapse. I don't trust them. Now, before you say anything, I'm very aware that it's a very selfish thing to say. But I am still going to go through with the plan. I may not trust the brigades, but Zoe does. And if there's even a chance that all of this will get me to freedom, I'm going to take it. I've risked it all anyway. I want to apologise to you now. I'm sorry that I can't be the one to tell you how all of this ends, and for throwing all of it onto you. But I did mean what I said at the beginning. Thank you for sticking around and, maybe even understanding. I don't think this has helped me calm down, but it's been good to write it on paper at least. It's almost like it's given me a bit of closure, I think. I hope things turn out okay for you.
The truck was a decoy. Check everywhere for intruders.
Search all the corridors.
They're making their way towards the exit.
I have a visual on the targets. Fire at will.
Ah! Run! Now!
Hello, Sonya Sanchez here. Welcome to the Sonya Show. Well, viewers, another robbery has occurred on our roads. This time, the victim was one of the sponsors of our show, Super Supper. Bizarrely, I'm told the robbers used a pig to collect their funds. Speaking of Super Supper, have you tried their latest delicious burger? Your stomach will thank you for it. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring on our roads. Don't support the violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, the Sonya Show is very concerned about our youth, who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. The source saw teens off the highway for a commercial truck. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonya hotline. And that has been the Sonya Show.
To the north. Visiting family. Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Okay, that's fine. There are fine people I'm talking about.
Ah, found one of my tapes, did you? Keep it. That's a good one. 84. Seems like so long ago. Sir? Sir? Sir, wake up. You fell asleep.
They woke me up.
You sure you don't want to pull over?
I can do, young bud. Gotta deliver these supplies to some people. Really need it. I'm the city, yeah. You can go to it, huh? So what? I've been working on a way to center myself. Can't wait to this stuff. I'm good to go. Yeah. I'll wake you up. Yeah, what the fuck?
Come on. Where is it? Can you pick up? Up. That.
Hey man, I know what to die. Look, just pull over. Pull over. Whatever you're doing, cannot be worth this risk.
But like I already said, we can't pull over. But you're right. We almost died.
Yeah, no crap. Okay. Alright. Well, at this point, the only thing that's gonna keep me awake It's an omen vitality.
An omen reality?
Vitality. Omen vitality. You're gonna make me one, okay? Make me one. Go in the back. There's instructions on how to do one in the cupboard. Just follow those. You'll be fine. Go. Yeah. Okay. Alright, where is it? That's Connie, young blood. Beautiful, ain't she? Mind putting that back for me? Sorry. The truth is, young blood, Connie isn't with us. She passed 10 years ago.
During the collapse.
Yeah. Gotta get her in the falling rock. I would have given my whole arm. My word. Anyway, how's my drink coming? How's it going? On the instructions yet?
Yeah.
Well, just follow those to the letter. All right. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Waiting for the drink. Woo! Yeah! Vitality! Want some?
Yeah, birds, right?
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
Glasses and a tiny computer? Small world we live in. He thinks I broke a promise, and I did, but I have my reasons. I promised to tell him about his biological parents. I knew them. They were in the brigades, like me. That's Robert. He's the guy I was angry with on the phone. was funny. I once considered him a friend. He asked the kid to build a bomb. A cop was hurt because of it. And now he wants a bigger one for election day. That's what he does. Uses kids. Did the same thing with a girl named Lola in '86.
What can I do for you, kid?
Ooh, let's see what you got. $10 for food and $6 for a drink. I guess that's what I have to do. Cool. Lottery cards. Nah, better not spend my last bucks. Huh. I wonder what this kid is up to. Twang. I love Twang.
Me too, but only one of us can win, yo. The other must be sacrificed to the guardians of Pwang.
Do battle we shall.
First to 3 wins.
Let the battles begin!
Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen?
I guess so?
That's what I do to fools. Score against me? Oh, hell nah.
What can I say? It's all on the wrist.
Okay. Homie sees how it is. What? No one's ever beaten me. I'm gonna need a minute to process this.
Guess I got lucky, huh?
Defeat's hard to swallow. Luckily, burgers aren't. I make games, by the way. Me and a chill kid who gave me a ride made Furious Tanks. Maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah, it does ring a bell.
I've even sold some to this diner. But they screwed me out of my rightful cut.
Do you want to get revenge?
Yeah, they'll get theirs in due time, don't worry.
So, no way to cross the border?
I don't want to escape myself. But I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a girl who crossed using some secret tunnels at the border.
I'd crawl through the sewer to escape.
Gonna be honest with you, personal hygiene is very important to me. I just had an idea. Time to take what's mine. Come on! The job's simple. There's a room in the back where they keep their cash. I should be able to hack in.
It's stealing, but it's not.
Exactly, Homeslice. Come on! Yo, this digicode is from the age of the dinosaurs.
You can open it?
I've made some awesome digicode tech. One day, scientists gonna study my brain. Boom! What'd I tell you? Aw man, door closed behind us. Gonna re-trigger the digilock. We gotta make this quick. Look for the dough.
Huh, what's this? Brigade responsible for attack. Black Brigade found guilty.
A lot of stuff in here. And it smells. Ugh, adults.
Gay leader at large.
Check the drawers. And the safe too. Pfft, duh.
A lot of brigade info. But we gotta concentrate on the mission.
Hold up. There's an article here on the attack.
Oh, really? Let me see.
Bodies of certain brigades, believed to be at the wall, were never found. No way. My bio parents might still be alive.
Oh, that's awesome. But I don't think we should stay here any longer. Your hacking thing now, please.
Here, use my tech. This article is important to me, for personal reasons.
Alright, let's open up this safe. Okay, got the money.
I hear someone coming!
Oh no.
Hide now! Shh! Be hella quiet.
Shh! You be quiet.
Al, you been in the back room lately? Looks different, like someone's been back here. Yeah, I'll check. Just give me a second. Bad news. It's empty. Okay, I'll sit tight. Okay, bye.
No, 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 no!
Alex, please be quiet. He's going to find us.
Hey, who's in there?
Run!
Alex!
Hold on, just whatever you took, give it back.
I didn't take anything.
The safe is wiped out. I know you took the dough.
Look, it's Al, and he seems pretty mad.
Huh? Where? Come back here, you meddling kids.
I can't believe Alex just dished me like that. Alex, how dare you?
Keep your voice down, or they'll hear us. You managed to escape, didn't you?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Look, I'm sorry for ditching you like that. But I couldn't let them capture me. I just found some crucial info on my bio parents.
Crucial info? Like what?
That article, it mentioned bodies never found at the wall. It means they might still be out there. My parents, they could be alive.
Wow, that's huge, Alex. But you still shouldn't have left me.
I know, and I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to put you in danger. It's just, I've been searching for them for so long. And that article, it was like a lifeline.
Okay, I get it, but next time we stick together. Deal?
Deal. Oh, by the way, did you get the dough?
This is GNN News with our nightly 10 PM report. For our main story, authorities have urged roadside business owners and employees to be on the lookout for any runaways who may enter their business. This warning comes after 2 confirmed missing teens were located at a gas station, one attempting to hitchhike and the other temporarily working there. While the gas station owner and the first officer on the scene were unable to give us their statements regarding the matter, a sergeant from Precinct 12 has provided GNN with a timeline of the events that occurred. That timeline goes as follows. Precinct 12 received the call from the gas station owner at around 5:30 in the afternoon to report the 2 runaway teens. One had been there for some time attempting to hitchhike, while the other had arrived shortly before the call was made. The gas station owner claimed that the teen who wasn't trying to hitchhike approached him, and he believed he recognised them from missing posters. To try and stop them from fleeing the scene, he offered them a job in the hopes that prospective funds would prevent them from leaving before he could inform the authorities. Law enforcement arrived approximately 25 minutes after the call was made, with one officer already present at the scene arresting one teen, while the other was reported to have fled behind the gas station. Sadly, the hitchhiker evaded law enforcement and is currently still on the run. Authorities believe he is attempting to cross the border and urges all citizens to be on the lookout for anyone trying to hitchhike and report such behaviour. Precinct 12 is currently working with the gas station owner to generate a facial composite which will be provided to GNN upon completion. At this moment in time, however, we have been told that the suspect has red hair and was seen wearing a green and white starry bandana during these events. Regarding the team working at the gas station, they were said to have been taken in for questioning, with an investigation currently ongoing into the reasons behind their disappearance. And that's our main story for the night. Now in entertainment news, the little Tyrax are
In just a few days, the nation will honor the victims of 86 and elect its new president. When historians look back on this September 9th, many will consider it the most important day ever in the history of Petria.
It's perfect. The entire country will be watching.
Intelligence says the brigades will try something, Mr. President. If they do, I'll crush them once and for all.
Yeah, I'll be safe.
I love you. Forever, baby.
Bye.
Of course, I'll be here all day, reporting live at the scene. This has been Sonya Sanchez for GNN.
And cut!
You do her hair. Is that it? I don't do her hair. Don't be offended. We think her hair looks great. Look, Sonya's not seeing anyone right now, alright? But we're not just fans of Sonya.
Well, actually we are.
We're her biggest fans.
Come on, just let's talk to her. 5 minutes at most.
Both of you move along, while I'll move you myself. Come on, Mitch. We made the hairstylist upset. We'll talk to Sonya later.
Oh, are you crying, Sonya?
A girl died here in 86.
Might as well do it now. This is for you, Lola.
Lolo was her name. I tried. I tried to save her. But the rocks, they kept coming. It's just, sometimes I wish I had died. And she'd lived.
Mitch, behind the rocks. You see what I'm seeing?
Uh-huh.
Come on. Stop right there.
You again. Wait, where's the other one?
Mitch, the beast.
What the?
Oh, we got him, Mitch. We got the would-be killer. Woohoo!
Stan? Mitch?
Wait, you know these two S&M guys?
Know them? They're the big brothers!
Hi, Sonya.
Oh, hi, Sonya.
You two come here and give me a hug! Now!
Right away, ma'am.
Yeah, on our way.
It's so good to see you two. It's been too long.
I don't want to ruin your family reunion, but he's gone. Not a problem. We'll be here on election day, if he comes back.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Stan! Aw, Mitch. Oh, I'm sorry I've been so distant. I hope you can forgive me.
Don't worry about it, Sonya.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're family.
Aw, you guys are the best. Now give me another hug.
That leaves just the brigades. Time to cut the head off the snake.
You have 5 new messages. Message 1. Okay, I know it's late, but did you know that a conspiracy theorist in Attack of the Killer Pineapples is also in Gigantic Park? Like, imagine that. We should watch it together sometime. We can make fun of all the cliches. Anyway, gonna go. I hope you're doing okay. We'll talk soon. Take care. Night. Message 2. Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while, so I just wanted to see how you are. The kids send their love to you and Alex. Call me when you get the chance. It'll be nice to catch up. Bye. Message 3. Hey, I haven't heard from you in some time. Again, I hope you're being careful out on the roads. Are the patrol cars okay? I heard they keep breaking down in summer. Make sure to take lots of water with you too. This summer feels even worse than the last. And please, be careful. I heard about the officer that went missing a while back. Tell me you and Alex are okay. I just want to know that I don't need to worry. Call me at some point if you can. Please. I miss hearing from you. Message 4. Fanny, where are you? Tell me you and Alex are okay. It's been a month since I last heard from either of you. The news is miserable as hell and I don't know what to think. I dropped some movies off to your place last week and the mail's been piling up. Have either of you even been home at all? I know your patrols sometimes take you places for days, but these are from weeks ago. Just let me know what's happening. Message 5. Hey, I just wanted to apologise about that last call. I got into my own head and I took it out on you. So I'm sorry. Whatever's going on, I won't force you to tell me if you don't want to. But I do worry about you. I know you may think it's easier to keep stuff to yourself. Tell yourself you can get through anything if you just bury it deep down. But I know there's so much eating you up inside. Stuff you haven't talked about in years. Stuff you won't talk about now. It's not healthy to bottle everything up. And you can tell me anything. You know that, right? I know this isn't what you want to be doing with your life anyway. I was really proud of you when you told me you passed the exam to become an officer. And I still am. You're good at your job. You're a good cop and all that. But you're too good to be a cop. You know what happens to them in the end. How the job changes them. I don't want that for you. And I could go on and on with many more reasons why, but just think about what I said. For your own sake. I just want you to be happy. So don't be a stranger. Anytime, any day, if you call, I'll answer. Bye, sis. You have no new messages.
Hello, Sonya Sanchez here. Welcome to the Sonya Show. With the recent attack at the border, this week has been nothing short of eventful. In a Sonya exclusive, I've learned of a troubling brigade attack that nearly took the life of one of Petria's finest. The victim herself cannot be with us in person today, but she did agree to an auditory interview. Let's call her now. Hello, you're on the air. Am I speaking with the officer involved in the recent brigade attack?
Yes, this is Officer Campbell.
Thank you for allowing us to go through with the interview, Officer Campbell.
Of course.
We won't take up much of your time. I'm sure you're still recovering from the incident.
I am. I had to take a few days leave, but I'll be back on patrol soon.
Wonderful. So, if I understand, an explosive toppled the billboard onto your car.
Yes, we got a call and notified of a brigade transmission. I was on that route speed car.
But of course, that was just a false transmission. Something made to lure unsuspecting officers such as yourself?
I assumed that was the plan, yes.
Some far-off witnesses claimed they saw 2 unidentified suspects fleeing the scene. Were you able to see who they were?
No. I didn't see anybody.
And you were alone when you got the transmission?
Yes, it was just me.
Absolutely terrible. Thank you for appearing on our show. We here at GNN are wishing for your speedy recovery. And thank you for keeping Petria safe.
Thank you.
Fear not, viewers. President Tyrak will ensure no attacks happen on Election Day. Remember, I'll be there live to broadcast the whole event. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring on our roads. Vote Tyrak and put the brigades in jail. As you know, this Sonya show is very concerned about our youth, who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Over the last 2 weeks, we've gotten similar cases of missing teens being spotted near Road 96. For their safety, if you see them, immediately call the Sonya hotline. Let's bring these children back home. And that has been...
See him now! You're under arrest! Everybody, to the wall! Where the hell is Robert?
Big John, did you see Alex?
You saw Alex? Where is he?
At the wall.
Kid, come with me. I gotta find someone.
the uprising that started that day spread to most of Petria,
ensuring a fair and democratic election.
But hey, Flores won by a landslide.
Tyrak was arrested and tried for his crimes. The iron pits were closed, and the wall came down as well. Though it's far too early to tell what the future of my country holds, for the first time in many years, there is hope. And that, at the very least, is a good place to start.